Homeopathic treatment for acid reflux has proven to be a reliable solution, all backed by scientific research. Conventional medicines are usually taken on a regular basis, every 4 hours or every 6 hours for example. Homeopathy is very different. In homeopathy, a remedy is only taken as needed, and no longer taken once you start to improve. How often a remedy is taken can vary depending on whether the illness is acute or chronic. An acute condition is one that lasts for a short time but can begin quickly and have intense symptoms. A chronic disease is persistent. It lasts for a long period of time and might recur. Homeopathy offers a selection of remedies for the treatment of heartburn and acute acid reflux symptoms. Heartburn is one of the most common complaints of pregnant women, perhaps because hormonal changes relax the esophagus, allowing acid to back up. Try cutting out spicy and greasy foods, and sleep with your head and shoulders elevated. Ginger tea can be helpful if you drink it before or during a meal, rather than when you actually have heartburn. One of these homeopathic remedies may also bring relief. Number 1. Arsenicum album. The individual may complain of burning pains felt in the stomach with food backing up into the esophagus. This is accompanied by burning pains all the way up to the throat. There may be severe, watery, burning, yellow diarrhea. Many of the symptoms will feel better while drinking hot drinks like tea, or by applying hot applications, like a heating pad. They may be thirsty for small, frequent sips of cold water. Their mental state may be anxious, restless and fearful of being left alone. Number 2. Carbo vegetalis. Bitter, sour, rancid burping along with nausea and a very bloated abdomen are typical. Burping gives you temporarily relief. You may feel worse after rich, high-fat food. You crave fresh air and want the windows open and fans turned on. You feel physically exhausted and mentally sluggish, but when you lie down the indigestion is worse. You tend to have cold hands and feet and varicose veins. Number 3. Nux vomica. The individual may complain of stomach pains of all types including burning, bloating, aching, constipation, nausea, belching and the feeling of stomach digest and acid backing up into the throat. Characteristics, which help determine this remedy, are a brusque temperament, similar to the overworked, high-powered businessman, woman who is very intense. He or she may be bossy and easy to anger. This individual often eats and drinks alcohol in excess. She desires coffee, spicy food, fatty foods and other stimulants. The person needing nux vomica is inclined to overdo everything, all of which contribute to his acid reflux symptoms. Number 4. Phosphorus. The individual needing phosphorus for heartburn will complain about burning pains felt in the abdomen, bloating and a feeling of fullness accompanied by great thirst for icy cold drinks, which are vomited back up shortly after becoming warm in the stomach. Belching and vomiting of undigested food are characteristic of the person needing phosphorus. The person is mild-mannered, and seeks company and affection. Number 5. Pulsatilla. The heartburn comes on at different times of the day and after eating various kinds of foods, especially rich, greasy ones. Burps have a sour, bitter taste. Stomach and abdomen feel empty or sensation of a hole, with gurgling and rumbling in the evening, and pressing pains. You feel better in the fresh air. The individual's personality is sweet, gentle, whiny and tearful. They are afraid of being alone and desire sympathy. Let's now take a look at the homeopathy dosage directions. Select the medicine that most closely matches the symptoms. In conditions where self-treatment is appropriate, unless otherwise directed by a physician, a lower potency should be used. In addition, instructions for use are usually printed on the label. Many homeopathic physicians suggest that medicines be used as follows: take 1 dose and wait for a response. If improvement is seen, continue to wait and let the medicine work. If improvement lags significantly or has clearly stopped, another dose may be taken. The frequency of dosage varies with the condition and the individual. Sometimes a dose may be required several times an hour, other times a dose may be indicated several times a day, and in some situations, 1 dose per day or less can be sufficient. If no response is seen within a reasonable amount of time, select a different medicine. It's easy to get started with homeopathy. You don't need to be an expert in anatomy, physiology, or pharmacology. How to use homeopathy. Follow the steps below to begin treating minor illnesses or first aid issues with homeopathy. First, observe the symptoms. Pay special attention to any symptoms that are unusual or exceptionally strong. Notice whether there has been a change in mood and what behaviors or environmental factors seem to make symptoms better or worse. You may want to write your observations down. Next, take your list of symptoms and compare it to the descriptions of the remedies for that illness. Choose the remedy that most closely fits the symptoms, keeping in mind that not every symptom has to match. Homeopathic remedies come in various strengths, also known as potencies. The 6C, 12C, and 30C strengths are gentle and perfect for home use. For most acute conditions treated at home, a 30C potency is ideal. Once you have selected the remedy, give one dose, 3 to 5 pellets, under the tongue and then wait and observe. If there is no improvement at all within a few hours, give another dose. If after 3 doses there is no change, then it is likely time to try a different remedy or contact a healthcare professional. Don't give up if your symptoms don't improve with the first remedy. It sometimes takes a couple of tries to find the best match remedy for your symptoms, especially if you're new to homeopathy. If you continue to have difficulty finding the right remedy for your symptoms, make sure to consult a homeopathic professional. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification for more videos like these, and comment below for videos you would like us to make.